Whenever morality comes up in discussions, some atheists argue evolution is sufficient to explain morality. They'll say morality is merely a product of evolution. The behavior patterns we call morality have been naturally selected for the survival of our species. But is evolution sufficient to explain morality? Do we need to give God the boot? The answer is no, and here are some reasons why. For argument's sake, let's say morality is merely the product of evolution. The question still remains why we ought to behave in a way that will benefit the survival of our species. In other words, whence does our moral obligation to do what's good for humans come? Our nature can serve as a proximate foundation for such obligation, since by nature we're ordered to the good, and our nature determines that good for us. But without God as an ultimate source of that nature, the dictates of our evolved nature ultimately wouldn't express the intelligence or will of any rational being superior to humans. And if that's the case, we'd have to say that which morally binds us is the byproduct of random and chaotic non-rational processes. But that's absurd. As Thomas Aquinas explains in his Summa Theologiae, law is an ordinance of reason for the common good, made by him who has care of the community, and is imposed on others by way of a rule and measure. But this necessarily presupposes a being of intelligence and volition who can know the rule and impose it. Therefore, if the evolved order of human nature that determines what's good for us is to be a law that morally binds us, there must exist a being superior to humans who has intellect and will and ultimately has care over the human community. Without such a being, like God, there could be no moral obligation. So unless one is willing to say moral obligation doesn't exist, one should reject the idea that evolution is sufficient to explain morality. If you want to learn more about this topic and others like it, check out our website at Catholic.com. And also visit CatholicAnswersSpeakers.com to learn how you can bring me out to speak at your next event. For Catholic Answers, I'm Carlo Broussard. Thanks for watching.